the unknown could potentially be dangerous and scary and terrifying or awesome. And you really don't know. And so you're like, what is it going to be? And there's all these college kids that are really freaking out because they're went into debt. They're getting these college degrees. They're leaving with this burden, this financial burden that they can never get rid of. And on top of that, they have a degree that might not be worth anything because AI might completely eradicate their field. That's a real concern. And so I think kids today that are graduating from college and graduating from high school, they probably have the most amount of anxiety about the future, which is terrifying to people that are thinking, hey, I want to do what my dad did and what my mom did, and I want to go out there in the world, and I want to find something that I'm passionate about and make it a career, and maybe that's not possible. That, to kids right now, I think is really freaking them out because the adults, the people like us that are supposed to be the ones that say, well, let me tell you how it all works. You're going to be fine. This is what you have to do. And if you do that and you just cross your I's and dot your T's, you're going to be okay, Bob. But maybe you're not going to be okay. Maybe we don't know shit because that's the reality. The reality is you and I, the adults, have no idea what this world's going to look like in 50 years. And these poor kids they have no one to turn to. There's no one that can explain what this, and so they're entering out into the world, having to take care of themselves for the very first time with this real possibility that there might not be any jobs.
Mm-hmm. On the flip side of that, are you in fact describing the Star Trek universe?
Right.
A time where people do not work everybody has, anything they need as far as, apparently survivability, food, whatever. And now you have a chance to say, am I going to be a writer or an explorer or an artist or a captain or a musician?
Yes.
Is there something in that might be hugely liberating?
And I've talked about this as well, that this idea that you have to toil and you have to be a hunter-gatherer or, you have to do this in order to find meaning in life is kind of crazy. Because we can find meaning a lot of ways. Whatever hobbies they're pursuing or interests or education they're pursuing, they're doing it just out of pure interest and fascination and love and passion. And that could be all of us. But there's going to be a tremendous transition period where people are going to have to rethink what it means to be a human being in society. And that's what's weird, because our entire society is structured out of getting up in the morning, putting in the work, working towards a future. You got a 401k, you got investments, you got this, you got that, you got a mortgage. And this is how we've structured our entire existence and what meaning we gather from life.